You're watching America Trends. I'm Mary Burt-Godwin, and I really appreciate what this next guest is doing, and I think all the parents at home are going to appreciate it as well. You know, if you have kids, you know that they are tied to their devices, they're tied to the computer, they're tied to video games, and getting them out to just run around in the streets and play like old-fashioned ways that we did growing up is a hard thing to do. So the mission of this next company is to bring back the grass stain and to make outside play a family tradition again. I love it. I'm all for it. His name is Steve Starobinksy. Sorry, I butchered that. Steve Starobinksy. Okay. And you're the Chief Revenue Officer of Gel Blaster, Inc. I love this concept. Welcome to America Trends.
Thank you so much for having me. This is an awesome opportunity to tell you about our very innovative toy.
Yes, okay, the original mess-free blaster is what I see there. So tell me about Gel Blaster and how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an outdoor, active, family-friendly product that lives between where Nerf and other foam brands kind of get a little boring, and before airsoft or paintball are appropriate.
Yeah, paintball is the thing that came to my, sorry to interrupt you, but paintball is the thing that came to my mind when I saw that. And I have never played it because I always heard it hurts. And I was like, I don't think I want to do that. But so it's not the pain of paintball, right?
That's correct. The pain threshold on a Gel Blaster is perfectly tuned to hilarious laughter.
I love it.
When you get hit by a gellet, it just causes you to run, to be silly, to kind of, it reawakens this kid at heart feeling. We say that Gel Blaster is like a portal to your inner child. And I think people have really reconnected with their need for play, especially after the pandemic.
Oh gosh, absolutely. And I love the term gellet instead of pellet. That's amazing. So talk to me how and when, is this your brainchild?
It's the brainchild of my business partner, Colin Gwen.
Okay.
And he's a father of two, and he has two children. One of them at the time when we started this project was 12 years old and his youngest was 9. And the 12-year-old and the 9-year-old were both addicted to Fortnite on their tablet.
Yes.
And so Colin said, okay, let me show you Fortnite in real life, and took his oldest son to play paintball. They loved it. They bonded over it. They spent a lot of money buying paintballs and different markers. And so then he took his youngest son, and he got hit in the neck one time, and it was over. He did not want anything to do with it, even though he had an arsenal of Nerf guns. And that was kind of the eureka moment, that spotlight, shined so bright that there was a white space in the market.
Yeah.
Nothing for kids between 9 and 14 that gave them all of the excitement of video games, but without the mess, without without mom having to clean everything up, without a ton of plastic BBs all over the environment, something that you can actually play in your backyard. And now we've gotten so much attention, so much consumer feedback and validation that we're actually building a sport around this. You're kind of seeing some of our competitions that we've been doing.
Yeah.
And it's something just for all ages. It's so much fun.
This looks so cool. So no mess, non-toxic, and eco-friendly. So you mentioned not having these things on the ground. And so this gel that makes up the gellets, non-toxic if it gets on your skin or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's non-toxic. It tastes terrible, so you don't really want to eat it. Your pets don't want to eat it. It is basically starch and water. So as these gellets come out of the blaster and burst, they start to evaporate immediately. They go from gellet to hydrogel to evaporated nothingness.
Oh, wow.
And so even though you're blasting, you're going through 800 gellets per hopper, there is no ecological evidence that anything has happened here. Within about 15 to 30 minutes, this hydrogel is evaporated and you're moving on with your life. And then no stain too. So if you and I in our suit and tie wanted to take a break while in between meetings, we can go out there, our clothes wouldn't be stained, nothing would. Yeah, it's an amazing technology. It was actually originally created for the agricultural sector, for drought lands. So these super absorbent polymers would retain water and then let it go slowly so these plants could survive. Later adopted for office buildings as people moved indoors. And then it's the same thing that you would find under like a piece of steak in a grocery store, that little white pad that absorbs the liquid. Super absorbent polymers exist in society. We've just found a way to gamify them and make them into this super bright, colorful, active play pattern.
That's so cool. And the device itself looks really cool. And how heavy is that? It doesn't seem like it's very heavy, right?
No, yeah, it's less than 2 pounds.
Oh.
We do have an XL that goes, so our hand blaster shoots
For someone
at about
who means business. Yeah, okay.
That's right. Our hand blaster shoots at about 165 feet per second. Our XL goes up to 250 feet per second. It is magnificent.
Wow. Oh, there it is. Gel Blaster Starfire XL. Hey, so it's $100 for the Gel Fire, or for the Starfire XL.
Mm-hmm.
And then
right.
What's the smaller version run for?
It starts at $49 and it goes up to $100. So that Starfire one, we actually take it up a step further. The Starfire one has phosphorus infused gellets, and then the feed neck has a black light UV light in there, basically like activating them. It looks like a tracer round coming out of your blaster.
Oh, wow.
You're like inside of Halo, inside of Star Wars. Again.
Our floor director, Jason's
biased.
freaking
I'm obsessed, you know?
Yeah, you have our crew members obsessed right now. We got to have a selling entertainment group day out so we go play this. So, okay, and so in 2 years, you went from this Kickstarter 5,000 store to being in 5,000 stores now you are, right? Including Walmart, Target, Big Five. So this is an incredible growth, going from 5 million in 2021 to 75 million year-to-date sales in 2022. That's incredible.
That's right. We launched on Kickstarter. We did about 300 grand in 2020. We went into specialty stores and some sporting goods stores. You mentioned Big Five in 21, some early adopters, and we did about $5 million in revenue. And in 2022, we took the next step and went to $75 million, it's a 15x revenue number. And that's only in the US. We're in 2023, we're expanding into Canada. We're going to the largest toy show in the world in Nuremberg, Germany, going into Western Europe, Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and Asia is all in discussion.
Wow.
We have a lot of upside here still, and this category is just kind of coming into its own. And Gel Blaster, because we have the registered trademark, has kind of become the eponym.
Amazing.
That's what people are calling this entire play pattern.
This is amazing. Steve Starobinksy of gelblaster.com. Gel Blaster on TikTok. You're on TikTok and on Instagram. Steve, thank you so much for joining us today. This is incredible. You have our whole crew riled up to get some of these and go have a play date. Get the grass stains back, man. Get those grass stains on the jeans.
Right.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Outside, get out there and play.
Get out there. I love it.
We're here to support that mission.
I love it. And everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you again tomorrow night here on America Trends.